A very good day to you, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another episode of the Candid Talk here on Herman Manyora's YouTube channel. My name is Evan Sokinyi, and I'm glad to host you yet again on Kenya's most comprehensive political and public governance analysis show. I'm here with Professor Herman Manyora, all the way from the University of Nairobi. Prof, good afternoon.
Good afternoon to you.
How are you?
Wonderful, and our message of condolences to Willis for losing his dear dad.
Yeah, of course.
Tutamwambia pole, lakini wewe kama mtu yake pia umpe pole zetu.
Definitely. Yeah. Well, our viewers are here and they are well aware of Willis, who's been here as part of our resident
part of our family.
Part of this family. And we just want to convey our very sincere condolences to the family as well for the loss of his dad. May his soul rest in peace. And the entire Nairobi Review family is with you, Wakili Willis Otieno. Prof, I want us to get back to this conversation here. And of course, we are still looking at how things are happening within the country and outside the country as well. But something very serious and interesting is happening at Wamunyoro. Definitely, this is the home of our former Deputy President, Rigathi Gachagua. Seems like this appears to be the new center of power. It's like everything is now revolving around this particular home. And we've seen the number of people Rigathi Gachagua is hosting at this particular place in time. Do you believe that the name of Wamunyoro can actually be significant in terms of shaping, or rather shifting the political power in this country with regards to 2027 general elections?
It's possible. It's possible because Gachagua is now the face of opposition in this country. The name Gachagua excites a significant part of our population. He symbolizes the resistance that seems to be building up against the UDA government. He seems to be standing for forces that want to remove Ruto from power, to make Ruto a one-term president, to use their own words. So, yes, the name Gachagua is powerful, and Wamunyoro is also, is it called Wamunyoro?
Yeah, it's called
Wamunyoro must also go together with the name Gachagua. And it's a center of power for now. Yes.
Look at the kind of people being hosted at that particular place right now. We've seen a number of leaders who are actually positioning themselves to vie for various positions, especially from the central Kenya region, with regards to 2027 general elections. And I'm like, surely, does it mean that this man has taken full control of the mountain?
Gachagua is the face of opposition in the country. It's not just the mountain. Of course, the mountain, that one is a done deal. That one is gone away from Ruto. But even elsewhere, like you go to Western, Gachagua excites people. Yeah, hugely.
So it's not all about the central Kenya region?
No, it's beyond the central. Yeah.
I've seen him invite the president quite a number of times to come and explain to the people what actually happened, because it's like, you promised us a lot, but then you went ahead and betrayed us. It seems like people are saying that the ground may not be that kind of receptive to President William Ruto. And remember, the Simpson Rigathi Gachagua said that President William Ruto used to camp there. Right now, he hardly goes there.
Yes. You see,
he's actually shifted.
You know, there's something about Gachagua. It's not what he's saying alone. It's how he's doing it.
Yes.
A friend of mine, some young man told me, Gachagua's literature classes did not go to West. Yeah. Yeah. He knows how to package the information.
And he knows actually what he's doing.
Very well.
Welcome to 1442 Kusini. We are located in South B off Sore Road. We have 1 and 2 bedroom apartments currently on construction with completion date scheduled for September of this year. The 1 bedroom is going for 5.45 million Kenya shillings and the 2 bedroom is going for 7.45 million shillings. The 2 bedroom is all en suite and also features adobe area for your laundry. The 1 bedroom also has adobe area and a spacious balcony for you to take up the Nairobi views. Our show houses are open 7 days a week and you can schedule a visit by reaching us through the number on your screen. We have a flexible payment plan which is stretching the entire of the year for cash buyers, and we also have mortgage option in partnership with KMRC and Cooperative Bank for those who need financing. Karibu, kuja nyumbani, kuja 1442 Kusini.
William Kavugo says here that that kind of aspersion that maybe the ground in central Kenya may be hostile to William Ruto is not there and it's not existing. And he's saying, come on, even if vilio vya chura ambavyo haviwezi zuia ng'ombe kunywa maji, that is what he's saying. Do you believe that that is the explanation there?
Well, Kafogo may be living in his own world. And it's not something strange. There are many people who live in their own world. You think you are with him in Kenya and he's not. Chinua Achebe, writing in a small book, The Trouble with Nigeria, he said, President Shehu Shagari may not be living in Nigeria. And he said it's quite possible. You can be a president and people think you are there, but you are not there. They see you, but you are not there. You live in your own world. So Kafogo may be living in his own world.
Okay. Well, let's wait and see if at all it's Kavugo who is right at this point or it's Gachagua. But then something interesting also happened the other day in Gishugu. Of course, we saw that kind of, I don't know whether to call it handshake or whatever, but then that a small ceremony between Rigathi Gachagua and of course Martha Karua. We saw them being in opposition, opposing sides at that time. But right now it seems like these people have decided to bury the hatchet and they are working together, and there are certain people who are actually dismissing and saying, look, that is not something that can actually threaten the mountain or scare anybody. What do you make of a potential unity between Rigathi Gachagua and Martha Karua?
When you have forces like Martha Karua and Gachagua coming together, you cannot ignore that. Yeah.
Okay.
You can't ignore it. Unless you live in your own world. You cannot ignore.
Karua's critics are saying that she was not able to deliver even in Hound polling
That's
stations.
not how
So
politics.
how is it
that's
going
not
to work this
That's
time
not how politics works. No. You cannot always see politics in terms of the votes one gets. And failing today doesn't mean you'll fail tomorrow. There are people, Abraham Lincoln is a very good example, one of the greatest of American presidents. I don't think you can count up to 3 without counting Abraham Lincoln. How many elections did he lose? Even very simple ones. Very petty minor elections he lost. But he won the presidency. So you cannot judge Martha Karua on the basis of the votes she got in the last election for Raila Odinga. That would be a very poor way of doing at it. Yeah. And how sure are you the election in that particular area was not manipulated? How sure are you?
That's somehow.
So I think that's a very poor way of looking at things. Yeah. Martha Karua is a factor in Kenyan politics. You cannot ignore her in Mount Kenya. The stars have not been aligned for her. But nobody can stand, no man can stand and put up their hand in the air and say that Martha Karua is nothing. Nobody can do that. The stars have not been aligned for her. Things have been very unfair for her. She has partly contributed to it. But these things, sort of things happen. Yeah.
Okay.
You can be very popular, but when the time for reckoning comes, you don't get the votes. Who is more powerful? Who has ever been more powerful in this country than Raila in the past 20 years or so? Name the person. Even now, who is more powerful than Raila? But Raila is not the president. He has not become president. So these things happen. In politics, it's very tricky.
Okay.
Yeah.
If anything is to go by, and we're actually looking and witnessing, looking at his words here, Rigathi Gachagua is expected to unveil a new political party or other political vehicle in this particular region. And I think this is what these kind of people who are trooping to Wamunyoro are expecting, and they would maybe use that in readiness for 2027 and maybe to vie for political seats when that time comes. But I've had this conversation with you, and you're telling me here that forming a party right now would not be the best decision for Gachagua at this point in time. Do you still believe that?
Yeah, it's a small matter. You know, you are up there, people hold you so high. So you come down to talk about a political party. No. Let other people do it. You can only support it. Not you. You cannot turn yourself into a village boy to create a village party. But if you are making a statement, like for example, Jubilee belongs to us in the mountain, we shall use it just as other people are using their parties. That's welcome. Or you let some people come up with a political party with your blessing. And at the right time you say, this to me appears to be the party of the mountain. So that we do not make the mistake we made in 2022, where we all joined UDA. That wasn't our party.
So how do
So you make statements of that nature, but you do not make it a deliberate move to form a political party. That reduces your stature. Yeah.
He says that one of the mistakes that they made as a nation back then was failing to get into Kenya Kwanza with a formidable political party.
Yes.
And he's saying this time around that they're not going to make that mistake again.
That's correct. But he doesn't be the one forming the party. A party should be too small for him.
So for somebody who is still battling with the consequences of his last impeachment,
Yes.
and maybe he is not expected to vie for any position in the country,
Yes.
and without any political party in which he is in full control of, how then do you expect him to operate?
You see, as things stand today, Gachagua is the face of opposition nationally. Nobody can make an impact in the politics of this country today outside Kenya Kwanza without Gachagua's blessing. That's big already. You don't need a small political party to do that. You are already too big. Nobody will become president without Gachagua's blessing. Why do you want to reduce yourself to a small village party? Let people in Mount Kenya form a party with your blessing. But let it come out as something which to you is a by the way. It increases your stature.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he should just bless a party and not...
Yeah, no, we should not make it a
Should he
point
actually
of
join
focus.
one and be one of the people who may be controlling that particular
You see, naturally he will be the party leader naturally. Let the people form and naturally they will be looking for him to be the party leader. Naturally. Because you can't move anywhere without Gachagua today in Mount Kenya. Yeah.
Finally, he says here that he, together with several other leaders, will do whatever it takes to make sure that President William Ruto is a one-term president. Look at his tactics, how he's been strategizing. Look at his moves and how he's been actually moving around the country and how he's actually talking. Do you think that perhaps he is on the right path towards achieving that, if that is his goal?
The move by Gachagua and his allies is a dangerous move. And I can only advise Ruto, don't ignore it. Building a coalition to face Ruto is not something Ruto should ignore. Because it will sweep him away. The currents will be too strong. Too strong. If you look at the way it is coming out, if I were Ruto, I'll get very concerned, almost worried. The way this coalition seems to be coming out, it will get to a point where inevitably it will be a people's thing. And once it becomes a people's thing, you can't fight against it. It becomes extremely difficult to fight. Yeah.
Well, let's wait and see. But then right now, our focus is in Wamunyoro. Could this be the new center for power, especially in the central Kenya region? Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to stop this conversation at this time. But thank you for tuning in and thank you for staying with us till we have it again. Have yourself a lovely day. My name is Evans Okini.